Just Jack.
And it does the thing again every morning.
Dang, every Wednesday.
I don't know why. If any of you tech folks out there know anything, I've looked, and they say it's because it has an unstable connection, and that's the reason why it zooms, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Well,
it's literally right by the box.
Good morning.
Good
Let's
morning.
dive right into this, if we will. We're a little behind schedule here.
Behind schedule.
I'm inspired by my British client this morning. She's so stinking cute.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Tell us about her.
Well, she's just adorable, and she's British, and her husband is like strongly New York. So it's like the two of them together. You've got like, oh, spot of tea, and he's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? New York. I'm like, I can't with you two. I love them. They're so fun. So fun.
Those are the ones you haven't met in person yet?
No, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna be neighbors.
There's so many people. Wait, they're the high rise?
Yeah.
Huh.
Their terrace is massive, like bigger than most condos.
Yeah, and overlooks the
Huge.
pool. I'm like, then they get to see at least a pretty it's not going to look at other buildings like the terraces on the front of the building.
Yeah,
it's a pretty building.
It's massive.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had to go ham on that agent.
Oh, really?
Oh, I've never had to go ham on an agent before.
Really?
Lost it on her the other day. She called me back to back 6 times. 6 times.
About what?
Because she didn't have the signed paperwork back yet.
You had to rewrite the lease.
Thank you. But did I remind her of that? No. I just wanted to stop blowing my phone up, and she has no right to call me that many times back to back. I will speak to her when I'm available.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Maybe she's
And then
special.
had the nerve to move the property back to active yesterday, and I saw it and I called her. I said, am I seeing this right? Did you move something back to active? I don't have the lease yet. Yeah, because I had to redo all the paperwork for you as the list agent.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, so that was my post of doing paperwork in the car on my day off yesterday. And so I take my computer with me everywhere because you never know.
Because you never know.
Yeah, but anyhow,
Ugh.
yeah, she's been a fun one. But I will say I got everything documented because the unit's not ready. Like,
right.
They're still doing work to it, but I had made a laundry list of everything that contract was going to do.
Dang.
They sure did sign that.
Well, that's positive at least.
I mean, moving in, spending $60,000 over the course of a lease without work being properly,
That's out of control. You know what else is out of control?
What?
The comments aren't working again.
Well, maybe people aren't commenting.
Maybe. I don't know.
Hello out there from TV
land.
land. Beautiful place to be. Yep. Oh, Mama
good.
Cram.
Good. It is working. Thank you, Mom, for commenting. I appreciate you.
Mother's Day is this weekend.
I know. I'm buying her a...
Don't say.
She already knows. I talked to her last night. Because her Keurig isn't working, so I told her I was going to buy her an espresso machine because I think she'd like it.
Oh my
it's fancy.
gosh. I need to get a Keurig.
All the things to think about. I need a Keurig.
No.
Keurigs are...
Hi, beauty. Vicky, I heard you talk to Jared the other day.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Get organized. Get it done, girl. Just do it. Don't overthink. Just go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go. That's all I got to say.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go. Why 5? Why not just 1, 2, 3?
It's a thing. Franklin sent this to us. If he's watching, he'll end up posting on what it
Is actually called?
Yeah. Oh, it's a thing. What is it? Let me find it. Don't let me slow you down.
Right, it's like the motivation thing. If you have the motivation to actually get up. Yeah, and then you just say something.
Oh, what is it called? He sent me all sorts of nonsense on here. He's a mess. What? How far back was this? Anyway.
Who knows? Anyway, well, Franklin, if you're there, what is it called? Oh,
there's a name for it. I'll find it.
Oh,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Count down. Whoops.
Makes sense. Yeah. But anyway, as we were saying as I said in the comments here, this last week was interesting. So talk about buyer fatigue for a second. So it has been an interesting, I guess about the last 10 days has been doing something that I have not been able to quite put my finger on as to what's going on, but I feel in my heart I figured it out in a way. There's no science behind this. This is just what I feel based on being out there in these streets. So anyway, went out and saw a lot of houses, and we've had everything happen from agents tell me that he had 2 junk offers and to go ahead and submit, and we write the cleanest offer, no contingencies, 5 over, everything is fine, and he tells me that he underpriced it and that our offer was still garbage because of the law of supply and demand. I told him he was crazy. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, because anything that we put on the market right now, we're getting contracts significantly even over list price, so why would you do that and then waste my time whenever I called you ahead of time, or waste anybody else's time whenever they called you ahead of time to go see the house? So needless to say, we didn't get that one. But at the same time, we also had Kimpston go on, and it was priced correctly, beautiful flip, stage, the whole 9 yards. And it took us 5 days to get multiple offers on it, which is odd, because in this market, if it's been on for 48 hours, at that point you already have offers on the property. So people start getting like weird things in their head, like, why has it been sitting for 3 days and no offers? Jen had the same thing happen to her with a house out in Warrenton. Her folks are just like, why is there no offers on this house? That's what they told Will whenever he went to go show it. And so that made them weird and not want to make an offer on it. So something is happening where it's taking longer for houses.
Within 48 hours, they got offers.
Well, that's what I was. Well, right, and that's exactly what I was going to say. So people are freaked out at this point of not having to rush out and go see a house in the first, 24, 48 hours. They're waiting 72 hours. They're waiting 4 days because they don't want to go into a multiple offer situation because it's tiring. And they end up, the same thing ends up happening. Like with Kimpston, we had over 7 offers and ended up going $20K over with no appraisal and no everything else. And we straight up told every agent who submitted an offer on it, people reached out, like, what can we do? I'm like, drop the appraisal, guarantee your appraisal, because if you're going to write this far over, this means nothing without you guaranteeing it, because it will not appraise. So I think buyer fatigue is real, and it's weird because it's just like, instead of a house going under contract in the first 48 hours in the market, now it's taking 5 days. But you are still getting multiple offers, they're still waiving all the inspections, they're still doing all the crazy stuff. So where there is an opportunity for people is if you still get out and go in the first 48 hours of the listing and write on it and put a deadline on it, and if it's a great offer, then you probably have the opportunity to get the house, whereas you might not necessarily have had it before.
Hi,
What can I
Kelly.
say? Hi there, good morning, ladies. Hi, honey, good morning. So just an observation that I've seen, like, for instance, Molly, she's a friend of mine. We went out and looked at a house over the week, this last week. We looked at it. It's beautiful, completely flipped, gorgeous lot, great location. It was sitting for 4 days, 5 days. Called the agent. Hey, do you have any offers? And she's like, no, we've had so many people say that they're going to write and they just haven't. I'm like, oh, interesting. I wonder why this is. And so then sure enough, we even waited another 24 hours and wrote in subsidy and a 10-day inspection period, kept everything, and they gave it to us because they didn't have any offers. And so then the seller on the other side starts freaking out and is like, what have I done? Is this overpriced? Like, you start getting unsure of yourself because of all of the things that you're hearing. But
Well, yes, you're overpriced because every listing agent is overpricing everything.
Well, yes, but the moral of the story is they're still selling and somehow still appraising, or not, and then people just don't care and they're throwing money at it.
All appraisers are being coached on that calculation. Yeah, month over month. They have to, not have to, but they are being advised in their continuing ed to calculate the value associated with supply and demand. So,
speaking of continuing ed, I have my Virginia license.
Same.
I'm like, my Virginia license.
I got till September though.
I got till October.
Yeah.
I'm a month after you. Yeah. I saw it the other day because on contracts you have to put in your license number, and I always go to Deport and I'm like, oh no. Yeah. It's like, because I've got my Maryland license is a year behind my Virginia license, so it's like every year I'm doing continuing education for something. It's so long. Anyway, so there is an opportunity for folks like Molly got full subsidy, like 3.5%. That stuff is like, it is possible. They exist. And when I tell you that this home is beautiful in a great location, it's beautiful in a great location. So I think it just depends versus like the market being stale. I have a house in Alexandria right now that we put up a month ago, and it was at 970, or it was at 975 in Arlington, not Alexandria. I misspoke. We put it up at 975, and originally I thought we could sell it for 1.1. So I'm like, surely if we put this up at 975, it's going to fly. And then it didn't. And then it sat for a week. And so then we moved it again to 925, and I've had one showing. So it's I don't know if it's the price point, because price points in Arlington of this was still flying off the shelves. So there's something strange out there that's happening. I don't know what it is. But if you have any other agents, if you have any other thoughts or advice, tell us. We're open to it. Anyway.
Who started spelling my name with one N? Squirrel.
Did you start spelling your name with one N?
No, maybe Drew did that. It's just one time he put it. Okay. Anyway.
Aretha says, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm surprised I can still sing. I sang karaoke for 2 hours last night.
Oh, is that what happened yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's dive in.
Uh-huh.
What day? Last Wednesday. What happened last Wednesday? Too close. No, this is not accurate. This isn't. That's not.
That's not the right one?
You copied and pasted the wrong information.
Mm.
Let's talk about your Wednesday.
All right, my
Pull up
Wednesday.
mine.
So in order for us to keep us straight, so whenever we give our little weekly updates, we have a jot form that we do. And the wrong information for Jennifer was copied this week. So bear with us to have technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
So Wednesday for me, I got a random phone call from an old friend who was one of my very first clients, and she wants to downsize. So I went out there and looked at that house up in Manassas, which is beautiful, and she'll be coming on in the next probably 45 days or so. So we went and looked at that house, and then I went over to show her the house that is beautiful out in Maryland, over in Indian Head. So we did that, and then Whitechapel closed. It was, yeah.
Whitechapel.
Lovely.
Liberty
Yeah,
Knolls?
Liberty Knolls, yeah.
Nice.
The pretty one in Whitechapel closed. They're doing a rent back. Yeah, anyway, that was my Wednesday. It was good. It was fun. It was really great catching up with her. She looks wonderful, and, everybody's doing really well.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, last Wednesday was just a full day in the office for me. She's gonna take Tuesdays off, so
She kind of takes Tuesdays off, or she can be seen sitting in her car
Like
writing
this week.
paperwork.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This Tuesday wasn't a day off. Not so much. It was a partial, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'd been in. I had to. So I hit a deer with my car a long time ago. A couple years ago. And ever since, my right headlight is just always jacked up. I feel like I get it replaced all the time. So I had to drop off my car on Wednesday to get. Remember, we went to go pick it up before we did the home sense on Thursday. So yeah, I had to do some errand running after working all day, and I didn't really want to. I hate running errands.
Poor little deer.
I know.
Poor little car.
It lived. I'm pretty certain Bambi's mom lived.
You just pushed her and she's like, bing!
Oh, by push her, you mean like slammed into her and she went flying somewhere off into the shoulder, and my car was completely jacked. But anyway, hitting deer sucks, man. Those things are strong.
I know. I hit a deer whenever I was a kid. I was leaving my friend's house in northeast Columbia and driving home. And I was in the interstate of all things, and in Columbia on 77 there's a poop plant, or one of those, whatever, the sewage plant, sewage filtration plant. Anyway, a poop plant. Anyway, it's a sewage filtration plant, and it's a huge flat area with no trees. And as I was passing it on a 5-lane interstate, a freaking deer just like rocked me. I thought I hit a person. I was freaking out. It was like 2:00 in the morning, and I was like, oh my God. And so whenever I got home, and I didn't know what to do, because like whatever it was hit me and then just like keep driving. It just flew by, right? I was like, Was it 2 a.m.? Yeah, exactly. And so I got home, and then whenever I got home and my headlight was busted out, I also had a bunch of fur and blood. So I was like,
isn't that the worst?
You're like, oh no.
Yeah.
And then I hit a deer in Georgia once. I was on the back roads. I was down right outside of Macon, and I was driving to, I don't know, it was like 20 minutes to a store or something, and on the back roads. I told you. Right. Anyway, the South and deer, it's legit, guys. Be careful out there. Oh, but that didn't happen to me this week. That was Jen's Wednesday. Or Wednesday.
Yeah. I didn't hit a deer on Wednesday. I just had to get my light fixed again. I told him, I was like, I keep coming back to y'all. Like, fix it for good. So it was something with like a circuit, blah, 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 blah. So here's hoping. But I'm keeping all my paperwork. Like, if I have to come back to you in another couple months. All right. You're going to do this. I'm not paying for anything. But anyhow, so that was fun. And then Thursday, worked all day, touched like 13 to 15 files, which was super glorious. It's always so rewarding when I feel like I get through so many of the open files. Because it's a lot. And it's everything from renters, because they just don't want to deal with the buying market.
And the rental market sucks right now too, by the way.
Please don't say that, because I've got a lot of renters house right now that I'm trying to really secure. I've been able to secure a lot of them off market, actually.
That's how you're doing this by reaching.
Yeah.
That's why you should have relationships outside of. Did you ever contact our neighbor?
He's on my open files today.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I've got a couple things I'm just gonna go over there.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a couple things I want to show him. Yeah, and then we went to HomeSense.
We went to HomeSense and bought all the things.
Something kind of official happened.
I know. That's you can share it now.
I'm staying in Belmont. We're still going to be basically roomies.
Except for now I have another apartment I get to go to. And she has waterfront access, which is even better.
2-bed, 2-bath condo, just over 1,300 square feet, 2 balconies, full water views. My desk will be in the sunroom that overlooks the marina. Hardwood floors throughout, washer dryer in the unit.
It's magical.
Mm-hmm.
She really just wanted to give us additional space so we could waterfront space because there was no water views at the townhouse.
I told them though, Will and Nicole, that if they are on my balconies more than 2 times a week, climb over, I will be charging. And vice versa. If I'm on their terrace more than 2 times a week,
it would be easier for us to get on your balcony though, because she has bushes outside. So all I have to do, I've already scoped it out. All I have to do is shimmy up the bush and grab onto the things and like lift myself up.
Holy upper body shrink.
But oddly enough, her terrace also has it's not even a door to get out to one of them.
Now
it's
the second bedroom. Yeah, the second bedroom terrace, you can go through the window if you want to be out there.
Kelly, you have no idea, because if you see the things that we bought at the HomeSense last week.
They're so pretty.
There's a lot of pink.
Cheetah?
Pink, cheetah,
Cream,
and Dalmatian.
Mustard.
Mm-hmm.
Black,
really beautiful.
white. Mm-hmm.
It's going to be gorgeous. Gorgeous, darling.
Gold.
Yeah, in fact, shout out to Casey at Home Goods. So we go back on Saturday to go pick up the stuff.
Oh, I was just going to talk about how great they were too.
Yeah.
That was a highlight for sure.
Oh, good. Well, we're
Great
skipping to Saturday on that.
Great service.
But so they're white and Dalmatian chairs, and they're absolutely beautiful. It could be considered a cheetah. Could be considered Dalmatian.
Like a dusty rose and cream.
Yeah, with these beautiful weathered legs on them. Anyway, they were perfect whenever they were in the chair, and literally did the entire design based on these chairs. Mm-hmm. So we get back on Saturday, walk in the store, all the stuff gets pushed out of the buy and hold section, and then there is this giant red paw print. By paw, I mean hand.
You could tell they just flipped the chair.
Yeah, with their dirty ass hand, like they were eating fruit punch or fruit snacks or something. It was the strangest thing. Anyway, they put this big paw print on the chair, and how are you going to get that out? So then we spent the next 10 minutes talking to a store manager and talking to Casey, who is, I think, their stock manager or something like that.
Something like that.
Anyway, they were wonderful. They explained so much. And so this is my learning moment for the week, so I'll go ahead and tell you it since we're talking about, but how to get, those kind of things out of furniture. Mm-hmm. So you spot shot.
I'm glad you remember.
Yeah. So it's spot shot if you've ever heard of spot shot. But the thing about spot shot is you can't put it directly onto the fabric. You have to put down a white cloth first. Otherwise, you're going to have really messed up color transference. So you put a white cloth down, like a cheesecloth or even a paper towel if that's what you have. Soak it in spot shot. Let it sit for a second. And then you can either take hot water with a rag and soak it up, or we have an extractor, a Rug Doctor extractor. Then you can just take that, just hot water, put it on it, and then just suck it back up, and poof, gone, like it never even happened. Mm-hmm. So
she's going to be taking care of
exactly.
that.
And I was like, because spot shot is I know that it's the best one to get rid of stuff, but spot shot also will bleed your stuff like crazy. I've ruined multiple carpets because
we have that in the house now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ruined multiple carpets with color transference whenever you spray the hot shot on it, and it just it goes. So yeah,
sounds so cute. Home Goods and HomeSense are the best. Going back this weekend to start working on basement rooms. Yeah, the HomeSense in Alexandria over Manchester is really good. The one in Annapolis is great, and then Manchester is money.
I have now been to all of them in our area. I have a problem. As soon as I see a new one opens, I'm like, here we go.
Yeah.
So Jen and I went opening weekend to the one in Annapolis, and that's whenever I redid the entire main level of the house. And funny, that's when I got. Is that when I got sick chair? I think that's when I got a sick chair. And so she's we call it the sick chair, but it's a gold velvet, big, beautiful, not very comfortable chair, but it's gorgeous to look at.
I love hard,
and she loves hard, uncomfortable chairs. And I'm like, okay, fine.
Because it supports your back better.
Yeah. So it's going to go live in her beautiful new house that yeah, I will probably.
Sounds crazy. Like, I love the stick chair more than I love my RH Cloud Couch.
Well, the RH Cloud Couch, while it is beautiful, it is very painful to sit in over long periods of time because it doesn't offer support. Yeah. Actually, it's the same thing with my bed. I noticed that this morning. As like, it was like my back was like, it felt like it was seizing up, and I'm like, I swear to God, it's this bed.
Yeah. You love my mattress.
Dude,
which
she has a
Lowell. Like a $900 Lowell. Yeah.
And then I have a Tempur-Pedic, and it's just like,
yeah.
Man. That's enough about that for now. We're gonna get back to her beautiful design. I'm so excited. Like, I asked
Here's
Jenna, was
the
like,
sick chair.
Yeah.
Big mustard sick chair. We look cute in this picture
we
too.
We look very cute. It's because of the selfie light.
Yeah. Aww.
With the pony.
And a cannonball.
Yeah. And a moose.
Good moment. Anyway. Yeah, so HomeSense is money. Home Goods, another good Home Goods is one out in Haymarket.
I haven't ever been to the one in Haymarket, but she did come home with this beautiful cheetah girl because she's got a cheetah chair that's also in the warehouse that's going to be going over to sit at her desk chair. So she got.
And Nicole has wanted to sell many times. Like, don't you sell that too? Don't you?
That is mine. That is mine.
With it, like we never use it.
Because it's a super cute chair. I've used it one time in 3 years. But it's like, how do you design around cheetah? Like, it's a very specific. Color palette that you have to go with that we just don't do very often. So anyway, she's finally going to have her home, just
for a year, just because I want to. The goal is to purchase, just like my clients, but I'm not going into this frenzy of
not in this
market. I'm not going to stress myself out. I'm not going to compete with already everybody who wants to move into Belmont with these escalating prices.
And the different thing about, because she's not going anywhere, she's staying in Belmont forever because it's the best neighborhood in the world, you hear that. But the problem with Belmont is that most people who win, they have cash because they've just sold their big, beautiful homes over in
Fairfax Station, South Point.
Exactly. And then they have the cash to be able to buy.
County, and they got boats, so they're coming here to be closer to their boats.
So needless to say, we already know which house is Jen's. They just have to sell it first.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
So as soon as that happens in a year, she's gonna get it.
So that's been in the works for a little bit, but I don't want to talk about it until we have the thing signed.
Yeah. Getting leases signed is crazy.
I like Belmont Bay, but Liberty rules. Get out of here, Kelly. Real Housewives of Liberty.
It's true. Real House Husbands of Liberty.
Oh my gosh, Trevor. He's a wreck. I love him.
He was so funny on Sunday.
Oh, so what? Let's see. Where are we in life? My
Friday.
gosh,
Well, Friday, I think. Was it Friday? No.
What month are we in? April? We're in May.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Friday.
It's Friday. Sabrina had her walkthrough. We've got closing on Monday for her beautiful new home, and so Friday we did the walkthrough. I feel like
it's been a long time coming.
I will say our homes, like they were so easy to work with on the back end. Just like if something wasn't right, they redid her tile twice. They redid the grout because it was still a little bit janky, and they want to make them happy.
Yeah.
We bought they bought aftermarket fixtures to put in because John works for Vaymac and he wanted a very specific aesthetic in there, so they were able to accommodate that he did. Good. We got mirrors from Pottery Barn and Wayfair and a couple of different.
They're installing.
They installed all of this.
So many builders won't do
that. But it's because they're
checklists
small
and stuff.
Yeah, but it's a small custom builder,
wow.
and they were able. Well, it's semi-custom, so it's like a small semi-custom builder, and so they were completely accommodating to all of this stuff.
Awesome.
They even let the aftermarket granite people come in because they told Sabrina afterwards, or beforehand, they're like, look, it's dumb for you to be able to purchase because you can go and get remnants. We can't sell you remnants, but if you go to the granite place, go buy them and have the remnants done. And they just let her install them. Let them come before settlement. And her fridge, they would have pushed back settlement because appliances are a pain in the behind to get right now for anybody. Yeah. But they are renting her a fridge until her other fridge comes because otherwise they wouldn't have been able to settle. But that's the last thing missing. But either way, I'm impressed with Our Homes has some weird reviews whenever you get online and people are really upset about it, but I don't know if it's because she was so involved during the process. I mean, she would go there every week to see what's going on and talk to the contractors and get to know the supers and all this other stuff. But yeah, I was impressed with the product. The home was absolutely beautiful.
Good.
And just their willingness to make corrections on things was really cool to see.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got an email. What's delayed with my Fredericksburg new build? Another smaller builder. Windows? Were they windows? Yeah.
Windows are
slight
delayed
delay
right
on
now?
the windows. Yeah. And then Tina, who closed in Embry, so it's very important to know what you've paid for and document all your stuff. They installed a refrigerator that was 6 inches smaller in width.
No. Yeah.
Didn't tell her why. Didn't communicate that they installed a smaller one.
Right. Did they know that they installed? Because that's another thing, is like they don't know what they're doing wrong half the time.
Or not, but we definitely brought it to their attention. And then once they dove into it, turns out the 36-inch was on back order.
Oh,
so they installed the 30-inch.
Yeah.
And we were like, no, there's a gap between the fridge and the wall.
You
like,
will
let's
be getting
fix
me a
this.
36-inch.
Yep,
Thank you.
Sure enough. They're like, we'll absolutely let you know when it's back in stock. It was on back order, so we installed this. Well, where was the communication around that? But it's fine. Yeah. So that's fun.
Yeah. What else did you do Friday?
Friday I had a walkthrough
Mm-hmm.
for Alderwood that closed yesterday. Beautiful house. My God, it makes me sick. This is the one where everything in it is RH.
Oh.
Everything.
Oh, the one where there was the pilot chairs and stuff. I remember this house. That was so cool. So Restoration Hardware had a line not a million years ago, but a couple years ago, where they did this whole like flight situation. Yeah. And the guy, I guess, was a pilot. He had the entire collection in his office. So right whenever you walk in, it was
throughout his master bedroom.
Wow.
Like,
it was so cool. So cool to see. Yeah. It's like actually tin and leather and looks like a pie. It's so cool. And so for somebody who's in the Air Force, I was like, this place is awesome.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that house is flawless. Mm-hmm. Flawless.
They exist out there, guys. Flawless homes.
Yeah, he ended up, so we actually got that one. That was on for about 6 days when we were able to secure it. No other offers. Then he was under contract. The seller was under contract to purchase something. He had to avoid it because there was something going on with the basement, blah, 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 blah. So we're like, oh God, he's going to need a little bit more rent back. We'll see how this goes. Mm-hmm. His agent was able to get him something off market. So, and I reached out to him to see what he, I'm like, okay, let's keep this going. Keep it going. An absolute joy to work with. There's just a great agent, great team on the other side.
Gillies.
Yeah.
Down in Stafford. So the Gillies team down in Stafford, they are a great team. They're a big team. You see their sign everywhere, but they are, I've talked to him a couple times recently too.
Yeah. He was phenomenal. His crew.
What Katie says, I have furniture. Yay! Thank you for your help, Nicole. It took Katie.
Did it finally come in?
Earlier this week. And it took Katie like
November.
Yeah, it was Black Friday. We literally went Black Friday shopping.
Wow.
It was out of control. It took her this long to be able to get that furniture delivered.
Bananas. But at least it's there.
At least it's there, and it is beautiful. I mean, she listened to me, so I was supposed to go out there today to help with the install, but she has all these houses to show. So we'll work out a different time. And Rachel wants to know, so what kind of duck donuts are your favorite? I know you asked what y'all are killing it. Keep getting after it. Thanks, Austin. Aww. Appreciate that, Rachel. I still don't know about these duck donuts. Will's is the maple bacon. I don't know. I don't eat that. And Jennifer's like, I don't.
I'm like, stop.
Kidding. Yeah. So I'll get back to you on that. They have an entire cheesecake line of donuts right now that they're doing ducks. Like, sorry, I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Donuts are dangerous because they just keep eating them. Keep eating them.
Oh, and then Kelly, we connected them on one of the realities, and so they're doing the floors right now.
Yes. Oh, that's so exciting.
It is. Yeah, Trevor did a good job with that room. Oh no, now she's thinking about donuts. What you gonna do?
I'll eat my porridge in a minute. My oatmeal and egg porridge.
Yeah. But Saturday, what did you do? So people have been asking me literally all week, what'd you do Saturday? And I'm like, I don't know what I did on Saturday. It's a weird,
Let's in my calendar on Saturday. What did we do?
I know I did something.
May 1st.
I went for a run, and then we went to HomeSense, and then we went on showings. That's what we did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Saturday was furniture pickup, and then preview that property.
Oh my God. All right, so.
Oh, I think that was, this is all messed up. That was my learning moment last week. I'm jumping ahead, but not to rush the process. Like, don't let the pressure of have to buy. I'm going to be here in a month, blah, 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 blah with these buyers. It is not a reason to buy a piece of crap house. And I learned that neighbors to Enchanted, who closed a month before we went under a month before we closed, house was fixed up. Well, the neighbor finally has come over to meet the sellers who were going to be moving in a month, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They finally connected. And the woman who bought the house, apparently she's livid.
Really?
Livid.
Why?
She was like, I felt the pressure to have to buy it.
Oh,
It's
no.
a piece of crap. It's lipstick on a pig, basically. Yeah. So, agents. Don't let your clients have I mean, there's so much that comes with it, like, buyer's remorse. But, like,
oh, that hurts my heart.
Yeah. Just be patient.
I mean, we talked about this a couple of weeks back whenever we were talking to our home inspectors, and they go, like, people are waiving all this stuff, and then finding out afterwards that they've got like $50,000 to $80,000 worth of damage done to the house to even get it back into a truly livable condition, a safe livable condition.
Yeah.
But you can do a lot with lipstick and a pig, honey.
Yeah, just don't rush it.
Yeah.
Don't rush it.
It's sad.
But anywho, yeah, so that was Saturday. Saturday was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Was Saturday the night that I turned on The Wizard of Oz? That was Sunday night. The Wizard of Oz was on. I watched The Wizard of Oz. It was great. Oh, Sunday was also
Our cooking class.
Oh my God, it smelled so good.
So I have never made jerk chicken. I've actually never made fried chicken either, just because it's not something that my mom made it growing up, but I just never made it ever. Mm-hmm. And that's essentially what it was. So we hired Sabrina. She connected us with, her office does a monthly cooking class for their employees. And so she connected us with Lynette from, do you remember the name of the food place?
I'll find it if you
But Lynette, she's been on the Food Network, she's been on Cupcake Wars, she's done all this awesome stuff, and it was so awesome. It was her and her partner, and they came and they brought the burners, and it was 10 of us who did this cooking class with her at our friend Kelly's house, who's always on here right now. And it was the perfect setup, and the most delicious food. So we made our own jerk seasoning, and we did a pineapple bowl. So it was chicken kebabs. There's red velvet cupcakes. She just pulled up. But anyway, so we did these jerk seasoned kebabs inside of a pineapple bowl with red beans. Was it red beans or black beans?
Red beans and rice.
Red beans and rice. And a pineapple salsa that was literally phenomenal. Yeah. It was so good.
I'm saying, I smelled it.
Yeah.
And I had some fresh pineapple.
Yeah, Jen couldn't eat it because it had sugar. I didn't know that you put sugar in jerk chicken, but there's all sorts of stuff that they put in there. There was sugar, there was, what else?
I mean, everything. Sugar, salt.
Yeah, it was a bunch of salt.
All sorts of seasonings. There's no way to weigh out the amount of chicken. I couldn't. There's no way I could have macroed that thing.
Yeah.
I just went out there living recklessly and overindulging. The rice, there's no way to weigh out how much of the rice and the beans and couldn't. But Lynette's Cakes and Catering.
That's it. Lynette's Cakes and Catering.
Featured on Cupcake Wars, the Food Network.
Yeah.
She does a lot of Southern style cooking.
I'm not surprised.
Her. Yeah.
Because and it was awesome. Because we pan fried the chicken skewers, and then God, chicken and biscuits.
Honey butter.
Lord have mercy.
Ooh.
Oh, good. So Kelly just tagged the company. So if you guys are looking, so if you guys are looking for a delicious catering company,
curried chicken. I love.
She might do catering. I don't know, but if you're looking for a delicious cooking class, my God, that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I'm considering. In fact, I wanted to talk to you about this. Is maybe for our sellers who are really big chefs. For a closing gift, gift them this experience because
I love that.
Yeah, and I'm just a 10-person, whenever they get settled, because they bring everything. They bring the pots, they bring the pans. The only thing that you have to provide is drinks, and she even brings sparkling waters and stuff. Yeah. But the only thing you have to provide is the flatware and the plates. So, and us as agents, we can do that if you're not ready to do it. But anyway, it was a great experience. It was so much fun doing it with our East Accountability challengers.
I know. Biscuits. And, oh my God. Anyway, cheddar and herb biscuits.
Girl, get out this food rabbit hole.
I know. This is a fix though. I see it and then I get excited and then I'm like, all right. It's smelling your donut.
That's true. We were at we had an accountability brunch. So Eastern Accountability was our accountability challenge. And then Vicky did a brunch at her house the weekend prior, and we were over there, and I was holding a donut. Jen's like, "Can I just smell your donut?" I'm like, "Sure." She's been doing this through her entire bodybuilding experience, where she just smells food and
Yeah,
she enjoys it.
Smells sugar.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sunday was cool, and then I had to leave that early though. I was bummed. I didn't get to go in the group photo, but I had to go preview for out of state. 13 offers on one.
Ugh.
List was 460. They were already escalated over 5.
My God.
Yeah, it was like, well, we
Right. Can't do it.
Not compete with that. My girl's already paying her closing costs.
How
She's
long
already
were those
doing
two
a
houses
minor
on the market?
One came on Friday. I saw it Sunday. They were reviewing Monday. And then the other came on Saturday morning, and they were reviewing Tuesday. So same kind of timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Opening weekend, and then giving agents to Monday and Tuesday to submit. But I appreciated the agents. They were very transparent, very straightforward. They were like, listen, don't spend an hour and a half, 2 hours drafting up this offer. Just check in with me tomorrow, a couple hours before the deadline. I'll let you know where we're at, you know, and if it's even worth it for you guys. So I appreciate that more than anything. Cause so the agents were like, oh, just submit your best. No, what does that even mean? No.
What does that even mean?
Respect the professionals that you're working with. You know how this goes. Our time is everything. We don't get it back. So don't have us out here wasting time.
Yeah.
Let us go on to the next opportunity and make it happen.
It's true. We have multiple people out there who need our time and energy, so let it happen.
Yeah.
Just be nice and be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So before I knew that we were going to, on Sunday, I knew that we were going to indulge in all this cooking, so I ended up going on a 12-mile bike ride.
Oh, yeah. You guys went to, oh my gosh, you went to like Vicky's house, didn't you?
Yeah, we went to Vicky's house. Like we rode down to Vicky's house, which is down by the Ripon BRE station. And we just took a stroll through all of the neighborhoods. Like there's a bunch of, we boat too. So like there's these waterfront communities that the houses look gorgeous from the water. And so we decided to actually see them by land for the first time. And so we went around and rode around this neighborhood. And they are very unimpressive whenever you get like in their neighborhood. But from the water, like the backs of these houses are spectacular.
Yeah.
But the front just like,
yeah.
So, and I think we'll put it on a story. There was the most expensive house I've ever seen in Woodbridge. $2.5 million. It's on the market right now currently. And it's a dated 1990s dark blue carpet, Corian countertops, the whole 9 yards, but it's sitting on an acre on the Potomac. And I was like, exactly. And the front of the house is beautiful. I was like, to me, this is a complete like redo for cosmetic wise, and I would not pay 2.5. I don't give a crap what what kind of water view you're sitting on, especially because if you go down to Stafford, you can get an acre and a half just for like raw land for under $1 million, and then build the same kind of house on it. So I think they're overpriced, but whatever. What do I know? A lot, because I'm a professional.
BT Dubs got 10 acres in Caroline County. Jeff and Deb. Who sold Stafford to buy and build yurts. Yeah, he's like traveling the world. So we gotta move that thing. So that's actually on my to-dos today.
Wow.
Just listening to you talk about like developing and gutting and all that stuff made me like squirrel out time. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta connect him with an agent down in Caroline County.
Where is Caroline County?
On your way to Richmond.
Oh.
Yeah. So like Ladysmith, like 110-ish. That area.
Nice.
Yeah. So that'll be fun.
What I will say, it's also a tennis court and a guest house. It's true, but the tennis courts look kind of like they have it taken care of it. The house,
like weeds and things.
Yeah, the $2.5 million one. Yeah.
Huh. Mm-hmm. That's fun.
Monday.
Mm-hmm. What happened Monday?
Monday for me, we had a listing appointment at one of the worst houses I have seen, the worst condition houses I have seen.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Yeah, we showed you pictures. So it's a house that's been a rental for this family, and they haven't been in there in years. So Will and I went and did the walkthrough of it, and like
weeds.
it's true, Easton Weeds. There's a service that we offer for some of our clients. If their property fits it, that if it needs to be renovated prior to going to market, we'll pay for the renovations and then put it to market so they can get the most amount of money possible for just a minimal fee. And the moral of the story is I walked in there and I told Will afterwards, I was like, this is a $75,000 job. I was like, this is gonna have to be a full on, like we're gonna have to call max sale price or max home price or any of these other secondary things because there's just too much that could be wrong with it. Guys, the roof was bowing. Like, not the roof, but like the ceiling. Whenever you get up there, is like I'm standing in the kitchen and the roof is that's doing this, and I walk in there and I'm like, the trusses are broken. I was like, this is insane. And it's a townhouse. So I'm like, what is going on up there? It's like there was water damage everywhere, and then the tenant, I was like looking at the owner, and I was like, what happened here? The tenant, how dare her lie to him? She's like, oh, it's the gutters. I was like, girl, this is like 20 feet off of where this is not gutters, sis. Like, this is above the toilets. Like, there's something going on, but they didn't call. So now we've got issues, like potential issues with black mold, broken trusses, bad water damage in the houses. You've got like whenever I went to turn on a freaking light fixture, it started to flicker, and then it just like stopped, and you could hear it buzzing. I'm like, and you got electrical damage. I'm like, this house is like waiting to burn down. Like, water and bad electricity do not mix, and then you guys haven't been taking care of the property or seeing it. Like, come on, man. So it's a lot, and maybe, I've seen a lot of houses, and we flipped a lot of houses, and maybe I'm wrong about all the things that are wrong with it. And it would be awesome if I was.
Max sales price in there
and see what they say.
Yeah.
They've got about $200,000 in equity in it, so either way, they have the ability to do that. But, I know. Even an investor, if an investor walked in there, they'd be like, no. Yeah. Not a chance.
I don't want to do all that.
Yeah. Anything interesting for you on Monday?
No, Monday was, back to a regular admin day.
Mm-hmm.
And then yesterday, the partial day off.
Which wasn't a day off.
Mm-hmm.
It's never a day off. Yeah, I was going to say, your paws look pretty. I saw she always has fun little...
Except I was sending texts and emails and making calls while I was sitting there trying to relax in the chair.
Aww.
Like, defeats the purpose. I literally go to the nail salon just to shut down. The only time I like to work, and I don't mind working, is when they're doing my feet, because I can just sit and like it's like a balance of relaxation, but definitely not when they're working on a hand. You're like, oh, hang on a second, you gotta swing. Hello, yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. But,
Yesterday for me was a very long day. I woke up at 7 a.m. to be at the warehouse with Q, and we overhauled the warehouse. So quarterly, basically, you have to go in there and overhaul this warehouse, because otherwise it just gets out of control.
Yeah.
And so we filled the entire truck up and donated, because a lot of the times, like, sorry world, who likes to come and buy from East and Ivy, like, I was just over it and did not even care.
Yeah.
So I donated probably 6 chairs and bed frames and, did we put a couch in there? No, we didn't put any couches in there. There's some couches that I want to get rid of. But anyway, we filled the entire truck up, took it over to Be Thrifty. Deb stopped by Jeff and Deb stepped by the warehouse.
Were they on their bikes?
Well, she was on her bike, and her little teal bike. She's so cute, honey. Thank you so much for the sweet words she said. But anyway, she just stopped by to chat about a couple things, and I love her so much.
Yeah. She's a gem.
She's such a gem. I'm like, whenever you meet good people in the world and their energy is there, I'm just like, I love her so much.
Yeah.
She's it's like she just wants to lift other people up and like just to praise them whenever she can, whenever she sees something, and that doesn't exist very often. So I love her very much for that.
Yeah. All the work closed yesterday too.
Oh yeah, you had the closing.
So fun! I can't wait for Angie to post that the closing pictures.
That's fun.
So when they sold their house, they had the what's his name? Andrew took the key to her throat, like he was sawing her head off. And then yesterday we stayed in theme, and he said yes to the address house like a guillotine.
He's a weird person.
I love him so much.
That's
so
sweet.
much.
That's very sweet.
Oh, it's going to be a fun one.
Was it hot in here yesterday whenever you guys had the closing?
It feels warmer in here today than it did yesterday, which is weird. Well, it's humidity outside.
And this room also doesn't have good ventilation. So somebody's getting sued. I promise you. Whether it be my contract, like, hear me when I tell you this. Like, it is either my contracting company that I hired is getting sued, or Christopher Companies is going to get sued, because if they don't fix this thing, because we bought this thing in shell condition and I got a faulty unit, and I was told so many times they were going to fix a leak, and nothing ever got fixed. And so now we have no Freon in our unit, and to repair it alone is $3,500, or we can replace it for $7,000. And that doesn't even include all of the ductwork that they have to do, because we are a center condo unit. So, anyway, Nicole is all sorts of angry about it, and we haven't even been occupying this place for 6 months. So, somebody somewhere is going to pay for this, and it is not going to be Nicole. Trust and believe.
In other news, your toes look really good.
Thank you.
I just looked down.
I'm telling you, it was the little...
It's a good color.
Yeah, it's in me. They did such a good job.
Oh, right here in Belmont?
Yeah, I was like, it was a
Ooh.
week ago. I was like, oh, because I did yoga in the morning, and then she's like, what are you doing? I was like, nothing. She's like, how's it going to work? She's like, let's go get pedicures. I'm like, okay.
Love that.
So we went down and got them.
Yeah, I just had to like brighten your spirit and tell you that your toes look
you.
really good because you're getting angry thinking about the unit.
Thank you.
And they look really good.
Yeah, so that was also yesterday as we had McRae Heating and Air come back out to take a look at that, and I was so upset.
Oh, Ryan, you guys rock. I love getting snippets of real Black mode is never fun. No.
Never.
Can you imagine
Literally
living
never.
with that? Oh my gosh.
No, you would literally die.
Literally.
Ugh. And so I also, 2 days ago, learning moment, talked to Johnny's functional nutritionist.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Super J for hooking me up with Kim K. She is so legit, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
I talked to her for 2 hours. And it turns out that there's something I might have. I have to do a couple of blood tests to see if it is. But like the way that my body reacts to certain things might have to do with allergies and not anything else. So talked to her at length. She was phenomenal. Yeah. So
Peloton treadmill was recalled. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about the Peloton treadmill situation.
really? Recalled? When did that
I heard
happen?
it this morning. I heard something 1 minute morning. We're gonna wrap up.
Okay.
Yeah. I heard something about, was it the bikes or the treadmill? A couple weeks ago. There was
There was a kid who got. I was going to say there was a kid who got killed from the Peloton treadmill.
Yes.
Because of the. That's why if you go in there,
So
like
they're
especially with,
making sure that it's in like a secure space in the house and blah, blah,
and
blah.
just making sure that things like whenever, because Cannon comes over,
Yeah.
a couple times a month, and so like making sure that he doesn't go and push buttons, because what happened is like the Peloton tread can pop up. And so if you don't have it if you don't have not unplugged, but you can take away the put on the safety mechanism. If that's not there, a kid can like push it, and then and the thing weighs almost 2,000 pounds, and it can crush him. That's what happened. So the Peloton tread crushed a child. Can you imagine that? You just bought a piece of equipment, and then it crushes your kid.
No, I don't even want it. It
Devastated.
makes me want to vomit.
Yeah. All right.
Can't.
Learning moment, best lunch, go. We talked about your learning moment. Just can't help you know what's wrong.
I know. Hopefully you got the lunch right. Learning moment was also, no, the lunch isn't on there. Learning moment was also the macro creativity and learning macronutrients and how this will function throughout my day.
Love it.
I don't remember what my favorite meal was, and I was really excited to write it down, but I don't know.
Well, you're beautiful and your food smells good.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, world.
Oh my God, it's Cinco de Mayo,
Yeah.
indeed. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Favorite food? Quick.
favorite food, it was definitely the cooking. That jerk chicken was freaking fire. So, Lynette's.
Kodiak pancakes. That's been my favorite treat.
She made us the Kodiak pancakes on one of these nights, Saturday night.
Saturday.
Yeah, it had a protein
Afternoon,
mix.
'cause I couldn't wait.
Oh my God, it was so good. So, shout out to you and your cooking skills. She's got mad cooking skills. Anyways, we love you. We gotta go. We got a meeting. Peace out. This is a really long reality.
Yeah.
We love you. Bye.